Hello everyone, welcome back aboard the Devtastic Voyage, episode 10. You have watched 10 of these. Why? Why have you put up with this much of my nonsense? I am a Looney Tune. I am a nut bar. See? There's a bar. There's a nut. Technically, that's an acorn. Never mind. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm insane. Why do you watch this? But thank you again so much for your support to complete the about face. It really does mean a lot. I know this is a weird series, and for a first run of this, I'm still kind of finding my way with how I want to do this. If I hopefully do continue to do this series for future voyages as we wrap this game up. I lost my train of thought. It went bye-bye. Everybody wave at the train. Choo-choo. That is a horrid train. Alright. Game. Fanfic. Skipping. Yes. Okay. So, here's where we are at. And here's where we are going to design a design battle plan. And here is why I need your opinions and your love. And someone please give me a cuddle. I've had too much sugar today and may go into sugar coma shock type deal. Either way, we're going to go ahead and start the dev time now. Right. So, where we are at. We are here. Where is here? Well, I will show you. Here is here. This is what we have done so far. We have this big bowl of nonsense, and this is only 3 choices. I grossly misunderestimated how much of this I could get done in these short little spurts, and how quickly this game is going to spiral and become just massive. So, get rid of that, and go back in a little bit. So, we need a battle plan for how we intend to kind of finish this game off. So, what I'm thinking is, since we are currently... We have our whole game right here, and we've divvied it up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 choices. And so far we have done this one, we have done this one, and we have done this one. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Now, the good news is this last one doesn't really count, because this is basically our end. This is our ending. This is where we find out who you skip with. So the only real choices we have left to decide on are from here to here. So what I am thinking is we break these up into two chunks, and rather than having me go through, if by the power of frickin' Grayskull I can do this, rather than have me go through this massive chain of events here and do every single one of these on camera, because I do think this is probably going to getting boring for you guys. I don't know. I'm not good enough to make this kind of talk entertaining. I'm not good enough to be entertaining in general. I'm a very, very odd little man. Anyway, my self-loathing aside, what I'm thinking we do is we pick one of these to do on camera, and then 1 week we do 4 and 5, so that would be this week. If we decide to go either Shadow or Sully, we do 4 and 5, and then next week do 6 and 7, and that would be the end of it. Actually, as I'm saying that out loud, my brain's saying, oh, that's not that much work, we could totally do that. My brain is likely stupid, but mean, just look at it. It can't even draw a picture of itself. That's my brain. It looks kind of like a pterodactyl. Caw. Caw. It's literally a pterodactyl. And ironically, I picked the pink, so it ties in with Power Rangers. This episode is now supported by Power Rangers. And I am apparently the Pink Ranger. I don't want to be the Pink Ranger. I wanted to date the Pink Ranger. That was a little bit of inside baseball you didn't need to know. Actually, you know what? I kiboshed this plan. I kiboshed this plan of picking a side. You've stuck with me this far. We're going to do the whole kit and caboodle and design the whole thing. But, well, we are going to do choices 4 and 5 today. As you can see, we have Spiderweb massively out of control. And right now, I think this is about as fat as we're going to get. So these next couple choices are going to be along these lines. And, you know what? Let's just dive right on in. We're diving. Dive. I haven't had too much sugar today. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright. So, we are at choice 4 for Mr. Sully. For if we are playing as Sully. Shadow has either sent us a note, we have gone for a walk, or we have gone to Era for advice. So, let's see. If we have the note, and we can choose, the note says, me trying to figure out what words to say. Alright, enough of that nonsense. So, if we say yes, well, the obvious bit is then we... Oops, that needs to be black. It's like Batman, it needs to be black. Go to lunch with Shadow. Okay. But if we say no, I don't want to go to lunch with you, you smell. Disclaimer, I don't know if Shadow actually smells. What? Where would that take you? Okay. No, I don't want to go to... Cause this is pretty clearly heading in the direction you're skipping with Shadow. This is, we need to kind of steer it back towards Era or Alone. So... Ooh, we do need these to kind of start crisscrossing as well. So, let's say you instead have lunch with Era. Let's have that as an option. That sounds like a good option. Alright. And we know that... Oop, that was massive. We know that these two... Also... lead you to having lunch with Era. Actually, as does go for a... Nope, actually, I changed my mind. So if you go to the classroom, we have you, because you've wandered off alone, and you're like, oh, I'm going for a walk, I'm gonna just go to class early. You bump into Shadow. Okay, and you say, I'm gonna go for a walk in the woods. You bump into Era. Right. And so then, as both these last two, copy this, both these, if you're grouped with Era, both of these you wind up having. Well, if you let's have you ask Era's advice, you have lunch with Era. If you avoid it, let's go back to this. So then, there's two ways you run into Era. There's three ways you run into Era. But there's only two ways that you run into Era. So we need to, for balance sake, okay. So I need your advice over lunch. Okay. I said something stupid with Valera. I don't want to talk about it. So let's have you would just avoid it. Let's have you just have lunch all by yourself. Lunch alone, forever alone. Oops. Lunch alone. Alright. And then just because we're already here. Let's keep going over here. Okay, so then if you sent an error, you get the report back from Era. She's badmouthed him to you. Okay, if you believe Era, well, then it makes sense. You have lunch with Era. But if you want to go check it for yourself, you cowboy up and go bump into Shadow. And as we can clearly see from this one, a lot of these roads are leading to lunch with Era. And you'll with your chest puffed out. Let's have that impress our very lonely, nerdy Shadow, and he then wants to have lunch with you. Right. Oh, this is what I was worried of. I don't think we're gonna get all these in. Tell you what, we will scrap that battle plan I laid out, and we will design all of choice 4 today. We will update our goal to just choice 4. Well, choice it's more part 4. And we will just go straight down the line, and we'll do 5 next week, and then we'll try and wrap this up at around 6 and 7 the week after that. Sounds like a plan? I like that plan. I keep waiting for you to say something, but you never do. Why do you not talk to me? Why don't you care? Oh, I'm sorry. Way too much sugar today. Right, so then on the creepy side of the scale, we switch over to being Shadow. Shadow, who has tried to be clever and needs to make it up to Sully. And he decides, I want to get him a gift. So he decides, I'm going to spy on him. So, let's give you an actual choice here. We'll give you a choice here. I realize a lot of those didn't actually have choices, but you'd already made the choice. We can actually do like mini choices. We send an error. She reports back. This point, we want Era to make her move. False info. Dun, dun, the scandal of it all. Et tu, Era, et tu. If you're gonna spy on him, let's see. How creepy do we make this? I think we either have you follow him around, or do we have you? So you're spying on him, so you're eavesdropping behind him, or okay, we'll do send secret admirer note. We'll have you send a note. Alright, and if you're having... Both these roads will lead to the same thing, so we'll have this be lunch with Era. And then Sully has approached you and said, in his buff, manly, saddly voice, go ahead and step the time, sorry. Hey, do you want to have lunch with me? That's, in my head, what buff, manly, Sully sounds like. So then we have the option to either, if we say no, have lunch. Alone. I can't spell alone. Alone. Or we have Control V. We have the happy lunchtime with Sully. As we want to have lunch with Sully. And then just to wrap it up quickly, on the flip side of the coin, we've had Era report back. If she's bad-mouthing to you, we're like, okay, we're gonna go for a walk and think. Or just, and a lot like Sully, if we believe Era, we have lunch with Era. And same here. And if we go like, okay, we need to go think. Go take a walk alone. And finally, we go rush to tell Sully, hey, I'm not crazy. No matter what my wonderful hype man said, we inevitably are going to bump into Sully. Bump into Sully. Alright, so where do we sit now? We have an ever-expanding spider web of nonsense and insanity that is going to start condensing. The next round is going to condense even more, and then a little more, until we finally wind up back in our 4 buckets. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for continuing putting up with my nonsense. If this is your first time on the voyage, holy crap, must you be confused. I'm making a weird fanfic about people I absolutely adore. 'Cause I'm me. Until next time, please gather all your belongings and exit the voyage in a nice, orderly fashion. And remember, the day before my birthday is Earth Day. I don't know what you're going to do with that knowledge.